What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another review. I bet some of you are wondering, where the hell are we right now? Well, I decided I'd take the weekend and come back to come visit my mom and my brothers and sisters. So I'm back in the basement now. So that clarifies where I am now. So none of you freak out like, where are you now? But anyway, let's get to this review. So the movie It. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Like, that's just gonna be a running joke. I did see it, and I gotta say, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I didn't expect it to be so good. Especially while I was watching the movie, I was kind of questioning, like, when is this gonna pick up? Sometimes it's kind of slow in some parts, and sometimes it's really fast with the scary parts. So that was one of the things I was kind of disappointed with. If I sound a little nasally, I apologize for that. I'm still fighting this cold right now. I will beat him, but yeah, I'm still fighting off this cold. But I want to try to, review this. So here we go anyway. Alright. Let's talk about the characters. You have, of course, let's talk about It, since that's the name of the movie. It is basically, well, I don't know what it is, so let me explain. The movie doesn't really tell you what it is. It kind of have you assume what it is. So let me explain to you what I think it is. I think it is an alien. I think it's an alien just because of some of the things it can do. Like in the trailers, it can make these kids see their worst fears and use that against them to make them afraid so he can eat them, So there's that. That's why I think he's an alien. I think that that makes more sense than any other thing. But I don't know. Could be wrong. So, if you're looking for a review that goes super in-depth and knows the original TV series, or whatever it was, and all of the old cast and all of the old stuff about the old version, this is not that review. This is just me reviewing it as it is, so I'm just reviewing it from this perspective. I'm not making any references to the old TV show or whatever. I'm just focusing on the main movie. So now that we got that out of the way, let's continue. Let's talk about the children in this movie. You got Bill. I actually like Bill. I actually related to Bill in this movie because, I just had this connection with Bill because we're both big brothers, we both are looking after our little brother, so it's like, I can relate to that. I probably related the most to Bill in this entire movie. But I do like a lot of the characters in this too. Like Ben, like the new kid, I can relate to that. He, he's new to the school. He's the new kid, so that was like what it used to be called. Oh, you're the new kid, so they just call you the new kid. I think we stopped that though. I don't know. We still might do it today. I don't know. In some places, I'm not sure, but I don't know. So, who else we got? We got Mike. Mike is another one of the characters, and I can relate to him a little bit too. How do I explain this without spoiling too much? There's a scene in the movie where his not his dad, it's not his dad, but I guess like someone who took care of him or steps something, I don't really know. He's trying to teach him like to shoot this goat or whatever, but he doesn't want to shoot the goat because, you don't want to shoot something that's alive. So I can relate to that too. It's weird, I related to these characters, these kids a lot. With some of their backgrounds, which I really liked. I liked that a lot. Who else we got? We got Richie. He is probably balls to the wall, most freaking craziest character ever. He'll say some of the dumbest things, and he'll try to get a high five from it. Like, that's his type of a character. And he's just that character in your group who's always trying to get a laugh. Which I know people like that, which is why it's funny to me. And then we got Eddie. Eddie is this... there are a lot of problems with him. He has asthma. He is very organized. He's very clean. He's very clean in this movie. like a clip from YouTube. He doesn't really like to get dirty, you know. He likes to stay clean, like crystal clean. Like, that's his character. I do not relate to that, but I don't even know if I know people like that. Like, that's completely like I seen people like that in TV. Never saw someone like that in real life. So I don't know. But that was, you know, that's Eddie for you. And then we got the one girl character, which is Beverly. Now, Beverly, oh no, see, still trying to fight off this cold. Now Beverly has it rough, okay, so let me explain. Beverly's father, okay, a lot of people have been saying this in the reviews. He's pretty, touchy, let's say. He's very creepy. I'm sure you know what I mean by creepy. He's very, very touchy with his daughter. That's just, like, wow. He doesn't even try to pretend he's... It's just, wow. Like, it's speechless. Like, this guy, does the most pedophilic shit ever. Like, that's him. That's his character, the pedophile of his own daughter. Like, that's them. A lot of people want him to die. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a huge if I hate the guy, you know, kill him or whatever. But there was one character who I will say, I was like, this kid needs to die. Like, I was sitting there telling myself as I was watching the movie, I was like, this kid needs to die. And that would be Henry. He is this school bully. And when I mean by bully, I mean by crazy. Like, he'll assault you, he'll stab you, he'll, like, threaten you. Like, this is the balls to the wall. Not even stereotypical bully. Like, this is, like, crazy. Like, this kid's, like, evil. Like, he fucking carves his, on Ben. There's a scene where he carves, like, an H on Ben. Like, because they were, like, bullying him. And then one of them's like, what are you doing? Like, it's like, this kid's psychotic. Like, that's... Wow, like, he's just crazy. And especially at the end, he's like, what are you doing? Like, you're out of your mind. But yeah, that's him. He's just crazy. Going back to Beverly. I didn't really finish talking about Beverly. Now, there is this love triangle with, well, people say a love triangle, but I don't think it's a love triangle. It's basically between Bill, Ben, and Beverly. Honestly, when I was watching the movie, I didn't feel that love triangle at all. I just kind of was, like, taking it as, oh, they're all kind of friends, you know? I don't know. But, like I said, those are the characters, the main cast. But anyway, let's talk about something else. The story. So what is the story basically about? It's basically about it terrorizing these kids so that he can eat them and so that he can live for 27 years before he has to do it all over again. So that's the plot for the movie, essentially, and that's what this is about. That's his goal, essentially, which is pretty fucked up, especially with how violent this movie goes. If you didn't think that they're gonna go there, they go there, okay? They go there. So that's all I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, and these kids, they swear a lot. Like, a lot of people said that they complained about that. Kids swear! Like, kids swear. Like my brother swears. He's like 12. My sisters swear. They're like 10, 11. Like, kids swear. Like, that's normal. But a lot of people were kind of annoyed by it, but it didn't bother me. I was like laughing sometimes with some of the jokes and sexual jokes they would make around Beverly. It's funny. It's funny. It really is funny to me. But let me tell you my thoughts now and my opinions overall about the movie. I thought that it was good. But here, let's get into some negatives now. There were two problems with this movie for me, and that was the parents. One of them's the parents. The parents are very weird, and there's no real explanation to why these parents are so weird. They don't really go in too much depth about why so-and-so's mom is all, like, you know, crazy about taking care of her kid or whatever. Like, they don't really go, or why the dad of Beverly's so pedophilic or whatever. It doesn't really go in depth with it. And then, like, even Henry's dad, who's a cop, they don't really go in depth with the relationship with that. They don't really do it too much. So it's like you kind of feel, like, open-ended a bit. There are some plot holes here. There are some plot holes in this movie. And then the second problem would be it itself. Pennywise, right? That's what he calls himself, Pennywise the clown. Now, here's the problem. When I was watching the movie, there were parts of the movie I didn't feel scared of him. I just felt like, when is he gonna scare me? Like, there were parts that I did get scared, and I did get jump scared, but that's pretty much it. I didn't have this sense of a thrill, and that's why I really like horror thriller movies, like the combination of the both, which is why I feel like horror movies need thriller, that those two mix so well together. This movie, it's more about just horror in general. It's not trying to make you feel tense. Were there tense scenes? Yes. But I feel like the stakes weren't super high, especially with some of the kids being kids and acting like kids. And since you're watching the movie from the perspective of the kids, you just kind of feel like a kid too, and you're like, you know, like, I don't care. Like, that's your feeling a little bit. But I like the movie. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a good horror movie. I think it's kind of a good different take on the horror genre, especially with the fact with, you know, and again, this is in cryptic, so for some of you who haven't seen the movie, but for some of you who did see the movie, you get what I'm saying. The idea of they went there, you know, they went there, especially with the kids. And if you saw the movie, you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's it. That's basically my problems with it. Everything else I enjoyed. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. Just because I said there's some problems with him doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. He does some pretty scary, spooky things in this. I like the kids. The kids are funny, hilarious. And some of them I even relate to. I like the story is pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. You know, I like it. Can't wait for the second movie where they're all gonna be grown up. Yes, this movie at the end basically tells you that there's gonna be a second movie. So until then, guys, that's it. And I would give this movie an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10. Like I said, if it wasn't for the parents not being weird and not really having a huge explanation to why they're weird, or if he was a little bit more scary, or maybe if they just had scenes where the thrill of him about to kill one of the kids, if like have it longer, stretch out that fear, you know. But you know, like I said, that's just my little problems with the movie. 8 out of 10, good movie. If you saw the movie, let me know what you guys think without spoiling it for people who didn't see the movie, because this is a spoiler-free section. I'm probably not going to do a spoiler section. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to go drink some water and go to sleep, and I'm out of here. Up, up, and away. See you guys.